I think we're about ready to rock and roll with this. Can you turn off the logo there?
Yeah.
What's going on? My name is DJ Seeweed.
Hey-oh.
Cause I see weed.
And what you do?
What do you do with it? What do you do? What do you do with it?
And I smoke it.
Yeah.
So there was this one time I was out back smoking my bong. I was living at my mom's house post-army. I got out of the army and, go to mom's house. That's the first thing most of us army guys do. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in college are like, all right, I'm out of college, going back to mom's house for a little while. Went back to mom's house for a little while, and I'm smoking weed out back. I got a 9-year-old daughter. She was probably 5 at the time. Just I was in that weird spot of like, do I hide the weed or do I just let her know? Do I just keep this fucking 2-foot, 2.5-foot bong and just let her know what this is her entire life? Or do I try and hide this motherfucker every time she comes out? So I'm sitting there hitting this bong. I got it all milked up, and she's supposed to be asleep. It's like 2 hours past midnight. I don't even know what the fuck I'm still doing awake. And she pokes a little head out the door. Somehow she opened up this big ass screen door that she normally can't open. She pokes her head out the door, and I'm like, I'm mid-rip, She's like, it's okay, Daddy. I like blowing bubbles in my drink, too. Yo, we got a cool little lineup of comedians tonight. Ooh, I should have cleared that earlier. That's gross. We got a cool little lineup of comedians tonight. First on deck is Mr. Stephen Black, all the way from Tucson, Arizona.
Hey-oh.
Yeah, here you go.
I forgot about we established the whole mic situation.
Yeah.
But hey guys, hi guys, hi guys.
I'm high too.
We hi guys and gals. We feeling high tonight, guys?
Hell yeah.
Because I want you all to be on my level for this one, all right? I don't know if you guys can tell right now, but I'm actually over radiating positive ions. So if you guys are picking up on any of those, you're welcome. They're free for now. Guys, the pandemic was rough. Over the pandemic, I got really addicted to money. Really addicted to money. I've been going through a lot of withdrawals. Guys, I've been thinking about getting rich. I think I'm going to buy a Powerball ticket. Man, you guys hear it's like over $2.1 billion right now? Like, can you guys even imagine having that much money? Because, I think about it, I'm like, wow, I can't even imagine having, $200. Let it go on, $2 billion. I'm like, all right. I'm like, $2 and I get to dream. It's worth it. Guys, my parents, they really wanted me to get a good job, become a lawyer or something. And, guys, I got a philosophy degree, so I just don't see what the point of it all is. Yeah, but guys, what even is money? Have you guys heard of money? It's just whether you believe in it or not. It's kind of like Santa Claus. It's a really Christmas-based economy. The more you believe in it, the more it exists and the more presents you get. But if we ever get all doubtful and Santa's sleigh won't fly anymore, there's going to be no presents this year. Do you guys remember when you were little kids and you finally confront your parents and you're like, Santa Claus isn't real, is he, Dad? And he's like, yeah, God isn't real either. I thought that was normal. I thought that's just how parents told you God didn't exist. When you see past the shadow of Santa Claus. No, but I got a theory myself, though. I think, get this, guys, Santa is Jesus. He's just way older. That's like Jesus 1,500 years later. That's exactly what he would look like. Just be this old fat guy with his beard. Because who else but Jesus would give everybody presents on his birthday? But guys, I'm actually a philosopher, and you guys want to know the secret to being a philosopher? Tell people you're a philosopher. And guys, I'm going to tell you something. Humans aren't real. We only think we exist. You know, I think, therefore I am thought. Think about it. But you know, guys, I'm actually an existentialist. You know, I do a lot of psychedelics, so I think I exist more than you. Wow. That was deja vu. That was actually the most deja vu experience I ever had in my life. You know, guys, what we really need, though, is a new social ranking system, because the one we have right now doesn't work for me. Because I think, get this, I think the smartest people should be in charge. And I think the smartest people smoke DMT. Like, you know, like what we need is a real social hierarchy, where the higher you get, the higher you go. We just have super powered people on acid and shit just running the world. Like, like it's been the answer the whole time, you know?
I mean, it's how they pulled space-time in Dune, so, right?
Perfect, yeah. Yeah. But, you know, actually I got a joke coming up that actually has like a Doom-themed thing to it. No, you're going to enjoy it when it comes up. But, yeah, guys, you guys excited for the end of the world? I said, are you guys excited for the end of the world? No, how would you guys feel if I told you it was the end of the world as we know it? I'd feel fine. Is it, you know, I think I know what, like, how Biden should handle the whole Putin thing with the nuclear weapons. I think you should just get him on a video call and say, hey, Putin, so I hear you're thinking about blowing up the world. Yeah? You're just going to end the world? You're just going to blow it all up? Yeah, you're just going to blow up the world? Yeah, you're just going to blow it up? Uh-huh. Sure. Yeah, you're going to blow it up. Yeah. Well, do it. I dare you. Blow it up right now. What do you think I care? What are you, chicken? What are you, chicken put? What are you, chicken? Bark, bark. I see a chicken. Like, do it, pussy, or shut up. And the best part of that plan is you don't need a backup plan. But you know, guys, I'm going to tell you, I figured it all out the other day. You guys want to know what the world is? You guys want to know what the world really is? It's a ball. It's just a ball, dudes. Like, you know what the sun is? It's a ball. Just a big ball. You know what the stars and all the planets are? They're all balls. All balls across the universe. Sorry, ladies. And get this, man. You know how like I was saying about what are we, you know? Well, I'm like, well, we're made of atoms. What are atoms? They're balls. It's all balls. It's balls all the way down, all the balls all the way up, man. We're just walking ball pits from the 90s that came to life. Yeah, it's like, no, if you leave a ball pit alone long enough, it'll form a life. With all those germs in it, it's like a primordial soup. Yeah. Hey, oh yeah. Hey, have you guys tried body water yet? Have you guys tried body water? It's like really nutritious. It's really good for you. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but the human body is actually 70% water. So if somebody dies, what do we? Should we just throw it away? like, We should use that water. So I don't know if you guys heard about this yet, but they are actually, when somebody dies, they actually put them through like a juicer type thing. And we've learned how to extract the water. A lot like Dune. That's where it came back. What's that? No, I'm making stuff up. But that's called showmanship, my friend. Yeah. Oh, but I think I'm going to talk about everybody's favorite topic right now, politics. You know, we just had an election and stuff, and my favorite part of politics has got to be the teams, you know? We got the elephants versus the donkeys. The game is on again, you know? Like, I don't know. My only problem is like when you think of like an elephant versus a donkey, it's pretty obvious an elephant would kill a donkey, you know, like if they were to fight. Like a donkey could get a lucky kick in, though. You know, I think he could get it a few times. But I don't know if, is it too late for the Democrats to change their mascot? Like, okay, no, get this, guys. Hear me out. T-Rex. You see, that could kill a fucking elephant. And it shows they believe in evolution. But you know, guys, I'm not really political myself, but if anyone asks, I'm a communist. That way I'm one step ahead of you socialist wussies. That's the kind of organization you want to get in on the ground floor of. Because, you know, I don't want to be a poor communist. Definitely want upper management. All right, guys. Well, thanks. That's been all for me. I'll keep talking till the next person comes up.
Hello. Hello. It's like a hair on my hat. My name's Cat Hat. How y'all doing? Do we have a name of the next person? I don't know his name.
You.
But, oh, it's me. I'm actually up and say things. Oh shit.
Yeah, you're supposed to say things right now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
We'll
I'm supposed to be funny now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's
I'm
happening.
not supposed to just be funny looking.
That's.
No.
I mean, that was part of the act,
Oh, okay.
right?
All right. Well, I guess I gotta get my book, right? Well, actually, there's a couple of things. We were talking conflict resolution, right? We were just talking about like politics and shit, and talking about fucking Putin. Do you know what the G20 is? Do anybody know what that is? You know what the G20 is? It's like does anybody know what a GDP is? It's where the top
Granddaddy
20
Purple.
GDPs go to meet each other. Does anybody know who President Zelensky is? He's the president of Ukraine. Everybody knows what's going on over there, right? Yeah. So basically, he's supposed to go to that summit, right? Guess who else is supposed to go to that summit? Mr. P-Man, Vladimir Putin. But he's not going to go. Now imagine if there was some sort of mix-up where he actually did go and they bumped into each other. Do you think Zelensky would get hands on Vladimir? Do you think he'd whoop that ass? And if so, who you putting your money on? You're Putin? Putin? Oh, man. Just straight to him. Okay. I mean, he's a trained KGB guy, so I guess, I mean, that makes sense. So, you know. But I don't know. And so what it made me really think about is like, okay, well, what if our politicians, let me take this out. What if our politicians, instead of like voting for each other, fucking scrapped each other? Like actually fought each other? And they would not, maybe not to the death. I think that's a little bit extreme, but like maybe like to submission, you know? So like we would have like
I try so hard to resist. Go ahead.
well, I mean if you have something to say.
No, it's all right. Go
Okay.
ahead.
So I mean if you'd have Joe Biden, you know, in one corner and his next competitor stacked up. So given their I think Seeweed. Do Do you want to send us?
Ladies and gentlemen. Do I need to do the whole thing?
Do the whole thing.
Do you want me to do the whole? You guys want me to do the whole thing?
Do the whole thing.
In the red corner. See, I don't know the presidents well enough. Compared to Joe
He is
Biden.
90 pounds soaking wet, I'm pretty sure. So
is,
go ahead
right?
and send that. I would say that's accurate. I'm getting a notebook while you're doing this.
In the red corner, weighing 90 pounds, soaking wet. Pretty much dinosaur age by this point, and I don't know who the fuck's making this guy make decisions. Putin. Give it up for Putin.
Trained KGB agent. Likes to ride horseback. Lies about all of his corruption. And the next corner. Doesn't know where he is.
No one really knows his name.
Skin and Bones Joan. Here to beat your ass. So, I also have some other better jokes. So, I like science. People like science. Do we know what a liger is? Do we know how a liger was made? How was a liger made? Correct. Okay. We have that concept down. A zonkey. Can we guess what that is? Zonkey. A zonkey? Zebra and a donkey. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So, why did the zebra fuck the donkey? Yeah, that's right, because it couldn't get enough of that ass. Thank you. You're smart, though. Good job. That was a good one. Thank you. All right, and then the last one for this here, travesty that we're sending across to y'all. It's about cussing. So curse words, right? Always keeping it spicy. But like, why is it funnier when kids use them? Like, when an adult says a shit or a fuck at the right time, it can be like really funny. But when a kid says it, it can fucking break our universe or like even cause a car crash. But like, why? Why is it so funny? And I think it's all about delivery. Because when you're a kid, you really shouldn't give a flying fuck. So send it. And I think the key to being a good parent is every once in a while, it's cool to let that little fuck fly. Who's the next person? Do we got the next person? Yay.
Yeah, we were with you. We're with you. That's right. Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite things is when my daughter drops an F-bomb. I got a 9-year-old, and when she says "fuck," everyone in the room's like, and then they all look at me like, "Is it okay? Is it all right for you to say this? For her to say this?" And I'm like, "It's cool. It's cool." Yo, up next, got Charles. You trying to come say some things on the microphone? What's up, man? Oh, he's doing it in the middle of the roll up. Hey, that's the best. Come roll it up on stage and talk while you're rolling up. I got a thing right here. We can make it flat. It's great. No, I'm sure somebody else could use it and play drums on it or something. There it is. Do you need a bong rip or something? Because you're in the middle of rolling things. You want to smoke something before you get up there and do something? This is a smoking show, so I waste time on the microphone smoking. Why not?
I'm already heavily under a couple influences, so I'm okay.
All right.
All right, how we doing tonight, folks? For sure. Thank you.
Yeah. We're always trying to make people higher in here.
Fee-fi-fo fum. That's yeah, we good. Alrighty. Well, as he said, my name is Charles, everybody. Haven't met none of you nice folks, pretty much, but a lot of you I've seen before doing game night or something like that. Yeah. So, let's talk about airports. I'm just joking. That's got a couple of Snickers there. Hey, laugh and giggle. But But yeah, so like I said, my name is Charles. Dunnham. Most guys over the phone mistake me for a white guy, and as you can see, I'm far from it. But yeah, man. Honestly, I would say I'm not from Tucson. I'm from Washington D.C. So coming all the way out here to Tucson, it's a different vibe, a different feel. See a lot of different faces, different styles in one room. It's kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. I feel like I see a couple people different places. Feel like I see you guys at Unscrewed Theater. Feel like I see you guys at Buffalo Exchange. And I feel like you guys, I probably catch you at the Maverick drinking beers and doing dances like this. But hey, we all under one roof sharing jokes, smoking some good weed. Nah, for real, man. He's giving me, one of those like Liam Neeson looks, like a young Liam Neeson. That's what I'm getting, or a lumberjack, one or the other. But, but yeah, getting up here and telling jokes is a little hard. Not gonna lie, it really is. I thought the drunker I got, the easier it flow. That's a goddamn lie. As I look over here, it's like shadowy faces and bright ass lights. So, I feel like it's a break out into like a high school musical number and shit. You know. Funny fact about that too, like in high school, I was actually like, a Troy Bolton. I wouldn't compare myself to Corbin Blue because I was the main star, but I was on the basketball team as well as acting. So I go from the theater straight to the basketball court, and it'd be funny because back then everyone would be like, "Oh, you taking ballet? What's wrong with you, bro? You're supposed to be doing this, supposed to be doing that." I'm like, doing ballet, but I'll beat your ass. Have you ever got kicked while someone doing a Tourette? It's the funniest shit ever. I'm just like, back up. you know? I will kick, but I got long legs, and we don't need to see all that. You got to pay to see some of these ankles. But yeah, so it'd be really funny, as I go on the basketball court, do my thing and whatnot. Right after that, it will be like, oh, it's showtime, and I literally have to run down in my jersey and stuff, take it off, and then get dressed to play a scarecrow. So it was actually pretty funny, man. Yeah, you go from people cheering your name, Charles, go, 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 to who the fuck is that scarecrow over there? Like it's a pretty big change, But I'm gonna end this on a funny joke that I heard from a dad. Yeah, dad jokes. So I don't know how many of you can relate, fathers, or not. Shoot, actually, as I said that joke, that's my dad joke right there. Alrighty, that's been my time. You guys have a good one.
Give it up for Chaz.
Bye, everybody.
Next up, we got Kevin. Come on down. Yo, make some noise. Make him feel welcome. Thank you.
How's it going, everybody? Jesus Christ, we're going to see how this goes. I've never done comedy high before. I usually just pass the fuck out, so we shall see. A couple jokes I just wrote on the way over here, so they're not going to be good, but let's go with it for a second. Fuck it, yeah. So the parking down here was fucking horrible tonight, and the whole town was shut down for stages, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, all stone, And so I had to look it up. I went to just Google. I'm like, okay, November Tucson events, and it's like the Dusk Music Festival, which probably the music people here know about. I don't know. He's looking for me in the back, like, I have no fucking idea. So that's what it was. But right under that, so it's just a list of festivals in Tucson. The second one was called Super Gay Party Machine. No, I'm not. That's going to be at Congress on Friday. All I'm going to say is, gays. You're incredibly creative. You add a lot of flair, and Super Gay Party Machine is the most basic ass name. That sounds like what the Republican guy in the town would call it when they pull in. He's like, God damn, they're in here again, that bar. Some sort of super gay party machine. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there on that. Hear a lot of pumping. And I'm pretty sure some gay guy just overheard that and was like, that's so fucking gauche and ridiculous. Let's just do it. It's the name of our fucking tour. It's also your next comedian Connor Hanna's stage name. He trademarked it, so there's going to be some lawsuits involved. I don't know what's going on with that. Charles, you had some great stuff up there, and thanks for pointing out that I'm the fucking dad in the audience. Like, hey, he's wearing basketball shorts on a Wednesday at night. In November, he's given up on life. So let's do some bits I wrote before. So this summer I went on a 6-week family road trip, which is cool. But the thing is, like, I don't have RV money. Like, I've got like 2 adults, 2 children, and 2 dogs in a Subaru Crosstrek for 6 weeks money. Cozy's a fucking word for it. Yeah, and like even when we stopped, it was either like a 1-bedroom Airbnb or we have a family tent. So, sex with the wife not happening. Even finding like a moment to rub it out was kind of tough, Well, we're camping and stuff. They're not everywhere, sir. Get out of the city. Yeah, because either like I got to hike a mile into the woods or like everybody else does. And I would usually go for the latter. Be like, kids, oh, the dogs are restless. They need like a solid 20-minute hike. Fuck it, let's make it 30. There's no internet out here. So all I've got is thoughts of your mothers to go off of. Let's give us a solid 30. Because the thing is, I would hike into the woods, but I just think that's a bad way to go out, It's like pants around your ankles, wet wipe prepped in the non-dominant hand, mauled by a bear. You just have to hope the park ranger's like nice about it. Like he was probably just taking a dump or something, My kids are not going to do any better with that, though, Like anytime when someone uses the phrase "there's a bear shit in the woods," they're just going to start weeping openly. Like, I don't know. They don't like it when people do it, though. That's for sure. I went to Idaho for the first time. We crossed the border, and I announced it because no one's paying attention. You just see those signs. I'm like, hey, we're in Idaho. And my wife just turns to me. She's like, Idaho, Idaho. Shut up, ho. I actually did that in front of the kids. It was a little bit embarrassing, but we all had a laugh together. There's seagulls in Idaho, which is weird. It's very far from the coast. I saw more seagulls than black people, which says something about that state. And it's also more weird because like seagulls are basically like white privileged pigeons. They're like stealing your fucking food at a picnic, and you're just like, oh, but they're so beautiful. I don't know what it is. Yeah, so we didn't have internet out there. I had to find ways to keep us entertained. I brought some playing cards. I had a Nintendo Switch because I'm a 10-year-old, basically. And we tried this game called Heads Up on my wife's phone. Has anyone ever heard of this game? Played it? Yeah, it was popularized on the Ellen DeGeneres show between her bouts of like awkward dancing and verbally abusing her staff. And so it's really simple. You pick a category, you put the phone on your head. It has things from that category, and everybody else is giving you clues to try to guess what it is. It's an okay party game. Like if you're doing with like people friends of the same age. With a family, it's weird because we have no shared knowledge base. Like my one daughter is 6. All she knows, like the only category she could do is animals. She has no other idea than that. It gets a little bit boring after a little bit. My other daughter's 12. And she's dumber than the 6-year-old. She's forgotten all the animal shit. All she knows is like niche Netflix teen drama. And there's no categories for that, and none of us know it. So we're like, okay. But then even me and my wife, like I feel like our shared knowledge, that Venn diagram is pretty much our kids. Because like I don't want to do Harry Potter or Friends. I don't know that shit. She doesn't want to do Star Trek or video games. But like finally we're like, okay, we're going to find a category we know. So we're like, okay, we'll do this. Star Wars. We've both seen the movies. We can make a good attempt at this. So she puts the phone up on her head, and it's basically a shit show for like a solid, like they give you like 3 minutes. I think I'm giving pretty good clues, but she's just like, I know it. Pass. Is it? Fuck it, pass. She got one right in the end. It was just Yoda. And it was only because my 6-year-old had a stuffed baby Yoda with her, and I'm just like, and she still said Baby Yoda, which was wrong, but I'm like, fuck it, we're going to give it to her. And then it was like my turn to go. I was not confident after the guessing round on her side. But I'm like, okay, she's going to see the words. It might be a little bit easier. Same thing, shit show. I'm having to pass it. I'm like, she's like, she didn't even know who any of the clues were looking at it. And then eventually she gets very excited. Like, we're almost out of time. I'm getting angry because I'm competitive. And I'm just like, fuck, I'm not going to get any of these. And she's like, oh, I know this one. She's like, it's the black guy. Remember, this is Star Wars. So I'm like, okay, well, that's a bad clue. Overall, and the thing is you can give more than one clue in this game, but she just doesn't. So I'm like, okay, there's only like one per trilogy. This should be easy enough. I think Star Wars was like originally about a bunch of white people went to a galaxy far, far away to escape minorities. I haven't read the books, I'm not sure. But something along those lines. But I'm like, okay, one per trilogy. So I'm like, okay, we'll go with the coolest one, the original, Lando Calrissian. She's like, no, it's not Lando Calrissian. I'm like, fuck it. Okay, the prequels, Sam Jackson was in those. Is it Mace Windu? And she's like, nope, not that one. And I'm like, fuck, the new ones. I've only seen those once. There's that English dude, I think, in it. John Boyega, what was he called? I'm like, oh, is it Finn? It's like, nope, it's not Finn. And I'm just like, shit. I'm like, okay, I've named all the black characters in Star Wars. I'm like, she's like, you're just not getting it. And I'm like, fuck, the phone buzzes. I'm out of time. And then at the end of the game, you basically take the phone down. You get to see all the answers you missed. And I'm just getting more angry the whole time because I'm like, fuck, C-3PO, fucking Jawas. I'm like, just one decent clue, I would have got one of these right. But in the back of my head, I'm like, who the hell was she talking about? And it scrolls on the screen. I'm like, are you serious right now? She's like, what? Darth Vader. She's like, yeah, the black guy. And I was like, that's like a white guy in a black suit. And the thing is here, like, I'm giving you answers that are obviously like male black actors who are playing that role in the movies. And you didn't want to like maybe throw in another clue, like, oh, actually I meant the suit. She's like, I don't know, whatever, he sounds like a black guy. I was like, fuck. You got me there. He does sound like a black guy. Thank you for pointing out the subtlety of the joke. And then I was just like, oh my God, I'm just like, I can't, I mean, just why would you do that? And she's like, well, you know, because I won. I'm like, won? And she's like, yeah, I got 1 right, you got 0 right. I'm like, this is a cooperative game. We're like on a team, because otherwise I would have just sat there completely silent during your turn to guess. And she's like, whatever, just angry that you couldn't beat me. I was like, babe, you have no idea how angry I am. I can't beat you right now. No idea whatsoever. I should follow up to my wife is black, so she should know better than that. That's a horrible fucking clue. What's also weird about it is my wife is black, but all her friends love country music. They keep inviting me to Country Thunder. Has anyone ever heard of that? Oh, the Country Thunder fans in the back. And you're black. It's unusual. Yeah, her friends keep trying to get me to go, and I haven't had a chance yet because I hate country music. I know, and I don't have the heart to tell them. So I have to keep coming up with these excuses. Like, I'm like, hey, you're coming this year? And I'm like, no, I've got this. I'm going out of town, blah, 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 blah. But this year, this is like the Friday night before, and they're like, hey, we have a ticket. You got to come with us. And I was like, fuck, I got to think on my feet. I'm like, okay, I have an event this exact same weekend. Sorry, guys. And I think they were calling my bluff because they're just like, no, I'm full of shit. And they're like, oh, yeah, Kevin, what is this event? And I was like, it's called Thundery Cunter. I'm like, it's the world's premier queefing expo, and I never miss it. Now, that's a lie, obviously. But there's a little bit of truth in it, because I would rather listen to pussies fart than them just go on and on about their pickup trucks. I don't know what it is. Whoa! Fucking Joey Lawrence here. I didn't know that. So I just want to finish up this set. There was an article I read. This was the beginning of September on NPR.org, which is weird. It's National Public Radio, but they just write a bunch of shit. And just keep in mind that a little bit of all of our tax money, or looking around the room, a little bit of our welfare checks went towards this. So we paid for it in a way. The title of this article is Meet South Dakota's New Corn Ambassador, a boy who recently found out that corn is real. Yeah. Yeah, we'll go over one more time, because you are at the point I was at when I first read this. Meet South Dakota's new corn ambassador, a boy who recently found out that corn is real. Yeah, so on NPR.org. Now I consider myself pretty like online literate. I can spot clickbait. Like usually has a very standard thing. It's like, hey, if you're taking this supplement, you got to stop right now. Or like, hey, have you ever wondered what fucking the kid from Alf, that 80s sitcom, looks like today? And you're like, I got to click this shit. But yeah, boy who found a corn was real. That's like that made my head spin. I was just like, is this like a Helen Keller situation? Was he raised in a bunker? So I had to click on it. So we're gonna dive into this article just a little bit. It's not too long here. First paragraph. Whereas South Dakota is one of the top corn producers in the nation, providing nourishment across the globe, but especially to Tariq, a 7-year-old boy who recently discovered that corn was real. The governor's declaration reads, "It is fitting and proper as governor to make special note of this outstanding young man." That's a weird usage of the word outstanding, right? Like, is that the 2022 version of special? Like, oh yeah, he's outstanding. He really is. I don't know, because I mean, technically, outstanding means to stand out from the crowd, and if that crowd is people who know what the fuck corn is, okay, maybe it's a little apt. I'm not going to judge the writer on this one. Next paragraph. Some people might see corn as just a starchy vegetable, but to Tariq, whose last name wasn't released for privacy reasons, it's a big, beautiful lump with knobs on it. Big, beautiful lump with knobs. That does sound like mildly outstanding, right? Like it's on the outstanding spectrum. I don't know. And I feel like the last name was withheld because his parents had some questions to answer to society. Like what? And huh? And, I don't know. Now, at first I thought this kid was like from South Dakota, which would be really weird because it's like 80% cornfields. I'm just like, how would the ride home from school even go? No, he's just like, Mama? Yes, Tyreek? What are those fields of gold, Mama? Oh, those, Tariq? Those are just a figment of your goddamn imagination. But Mama? Yes, Tyreek. Some of the kids at school say that's something called corn. Oh, Tariq, those kids at school are filthy little liars. I told you to stop talking to them, lest I have to get my belt out again. I'm sorry, Mom. Thank you. That's an award-winning Broadway play that I'm working on. No one's picked it up yet, but fuck them. But the kid was actually from New York, like probably from the Bronx or somewhere where not like a lot of agriculture. And I know what you're saying, Kevin, so you're just like mocking some like inner city kid who's too poor to afford corn. I mean, it's corn, right? It is like the cheapest thing we have. We put it in fucking everything, that's why. So like he's definitely had it out of the can or frozen. Maybe he's never had it on the cob. Maybe he's never seen it growing on a stalk. But like, I enjoy kiwi fruit. I don't know where the fuck that comes from. Is it a tree? Is it a bush? Is it a vine? They could be kangaroo testicles for all I know. I still love them. And also, I give them the benefit of the doubt that they are real. That's one difference between me and Tariq. And the obvious age difference, of course. So this is the last paragraph of this. Tariq said an ear of corn should cost $1. And though everyone doesn't have to love it, everyone should certainly give corn a taste, especially with butter. So he just found out this shit was real. He's like speculating on the market value. He's offering like preparation tips. They made him the fucking ambassador of it, and he just knows what it is. He's like a fucking Trump cabinet appointee. Like, what the fuck is going on? I don't know. I don't know why I get so angry about that shit. You know what? Congratulations, Tariq, on your ambassadorship. And I have to be completely honest with you guys. I did celebrate it last night. I put an entire ear of corn into my rectum until I achieved sexual gratification. And I gotta say, the kid was right. It's better with butter. I don't know. I'm sorry to stick that corny ass joke in at the end. Thank you very much, guys. That's my time. Keep it going for everybody here.
Woo! Yo, keep it going for Kevin.
Hey,
Hey.
Kevin.
All right. Well, up next, I have a special event for you, if you will. We have a meditation with Siraj.
Hello, everybody.
Our office is currently closed. Please call again during our regular business hours or visit us on the web at www.irs-id.gov. www.gov. Gracias por llamar al Servicio de Impuestos Internos. Nuestra oficina está actualmente cerrada. Puede llamarse ante nuestras horas regulares.
You are now filing your taxes. You only have 1 hour until they're due. Your internet crashed. The post office is closed. They're not coming in on time. Breathe.
I don't even know what these boxes are. What are these numbers? What was in that brownie that I just ate?
What day is it? What? Whoa. What was I even doing? Fuck taxes. Welcome to taxes. There is no turbo anymore. Well, I guess I'll try again next year. Dear. Hope they don't find me. How relaxed are you guys right now? This is pure zen. But don't forget to actually file your taxes, guys. They will find you. They will absolutely find you and take your shit. Take it all away. And that was my meditation. Yo, give it up for Siraj one time.
Super chill. He likes to keep things real chill. You know what I'm saying? Get my shit together. That went way better than I thought it was going to. That shit was funny as fuck. All right, yo, give it up for Connor. We got Connor in the building.
Hey guys, my name is Connor, otherwise known as Super Gay Party Machine. Dude, how do you follow a tax meditation? Fuck. What if this is the moment that I find out that I am the reincarnation of John Bonham? That's a drummer. From Led Zeppelin, man. The fuck? You guys are in a weed dungeon? You don't know who Led Zeppelin is? Come on. Yeah, you're right. It is a very niche reference. Yeah. What? No one knows who that is, dog. Hey, bro. I got the open flannel right now. It means it's the open flannel, man. Look, once I get off stage and then I close the flannel, you can open your flannel. And it'll be your turn. All right? But then, and this is how I deal with it. And then if I'm wearing the panda hat, then no one's talking, dude. No. Isn't that a panda? Oh, is that a fucking cat? Dude, I'm high. Shit. I don't know how to deal with this right now. Don't mistake me looking in your eyes for like, let's talk. It's just how I focus, when I converse. I'm not autistic, I swear. Like I stare into your eyes like my dad forced it into me. He's like, you gotta look in people's eyes when you talk to them. Okay. All right, now look away. I gotta admit, this amount of planes really scares me. Yeah. Yeah, planes generally do. They, yeah. I don't normally do comedy high. I might just do it high all the time. This is awesome. Because I've been doing it drunk. That's why. Fuck, what? I can't even like really do material, I'm actually a comedian. I'm a stand-up comedian. Been a comedian for 4 years. 4.5 years. I've done comedy 4.5 years. Because the half matters, Did you really just say that? You're a sit-down comedian. I don't like how my words are being used against me right now. I don't appreciate that. Yeah, I dislocated my hip, dude. This is what happens. This is what happens when you do steroids. You have to sit down when you do comedy because you dislocate your hip. Now, let's talk about it. I did steroids. Anybody in here ever done steroids? No? It's just a yes. No? Okay. All right. Let me tell you about steroids. Steroids are awesome if you want to know that when you walk into a room, you could murder anybody with your bare hands. It's pretty awesome. I'm not trying to get the weed crowd hyped up right now, but it is pretty sick. Like you just dude, just like Chris Benoit the fuck out of someone's family, dude, just like fucking It is awesome. But if you're gonna take steroids, this is my advice to you guys. Don't take advice from a guy on YouTube, especially if that guy's dead, like from steroids. I was so dumb and so just gung ho about it. Like his last video that he had posted was like 5 years prior, and I was like, all right, that's cool. You don't let everyone know the good information. It's probably waiting, What's he got to say? And then I looked into it, started doing it, and this dude, he was he was like a cloud, so juiced up. And for some reason, I was just like, this is my life now. This is what I'm going to do, And then he was like, good fucking morning, god damn it. Yeah, my balls have shrunk 30 to 33%. And I literally was like, that's not bad at all. That's not, I ain't even worried. That guy, I do want to say this, though. He's a fucking liar. Dude, because they were they were like 2 Skittles dropped in a baby sock, dude. It was terrifying. Like, it was like you ever seen like an unfinished hornet's nest, like in your back porch, Like, it's not hurting anybody, that was my ball sack, Like, it's just out of the way. Like, no one's threatened, I've, like no one's ever been like on a hike and seen like a couple of mushrooms underneath a log. Like you wouldn't be saying like, oh, that's magical, to that. It looks so weird on me too, Like imagine if you saw like truck nuts on a semi, You just imagine that. No, it was terrible. It was like a coin purse for Keebler elves, dude. It was just like fucking. It's terrifying. And dude, at the time, I literally was like, this is cool, man. This is sick. Dude, dude, that's the mentality of a champion right there. I thought, see, the reason that I did steroids, actually, I was a bodybuilder. I thought that I was going to be Mr. Olympia. I legitimately, like, I thought I was going to be Mr. Olympia, you know, and then I dislocated my hip and I was like, there's still a chance, dude. I can do it. Yeah. Here I am. Fuck. I don't know. I got the open flannel, god damn it. All right, I think that's all, right? That's it. Unless you guys want me to keep going. Fucking nothing, dude. I wish I was on steroids right now. I wish I was. They do grow back. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like a cactus, you know, you cut off a little piece and it just keeps going. That's what happened. My balls were transplanted, I grew a new set, you know. Oh, fuck. What's that? A ball donor shirt? I didn't have cancer, dude. I did steroids. No, I donated them to my insides. My insides ate my balls. And then see what happens with the science of steroids is that your body shuts down the production of testosterone because you're getting it from somewhere else. You know, so your balls are basically like, all right, boys, let's hang it up. You know, just put it on the side. You know, we're good right now. He'll take care of it. Nah, maintenance comes in about 3 a.m., you know. No, and then it was terrifying, dude. And then when I stopped doing them, it literally was like day after day. You would notice that they got bigger. You know, it was crazy. It's almost like I forgot what it was like to have balls. You know, it was like, holy shit. All right. Dude, and I was a menace when I was on steroids too. I was a complete menace. Like I was just like on Plenty of Fish, Tinder, Bumble. Dude, it got low when I got to Plenty of Fish. Low, dude. I was searching. And I wasn't even getting anything, you know? I wasn't even like, it was for no fucking reason. I was just fucking driving 60 miles to Sierra Vista to get chlamydia, you know? It was terrible. Dude, I had chlamydia 4 times when I was on steroids. I was a menace. I didn't care. Didn't care, dude. I had it so many times I should have had like a membership to urgent care, you know? Just you know, like one of those key tags that you have, like just kind of scan it in, like "What's up, Deborah?" Or like you scan your dick or something. You go in. That'd be the best. You know, it's bad when the girl at the front desk at urgent care knows you by the sound your brakes make when you pull into the parking lot. You know, it's terrifying. The looks that I would get, like it was some sort of monster. I was a monster. I looked like fucking Arnold, with no calves though. It was sad. Yeah, dude. I was a bouncer, dude. Being a bouncer is probably one of the hardest things in the world, dude. Because you gotta be all serious when there's people having awesome times around you, you know, and you gotta pretend like you don't want to jump in and dance with them and shit. Dude, I remember doing Molly at the front door, and I like had to, you know, check people while they were coming in. You know, and I'm just like dancing around and like smelling the Asian kids' IDs for no reason, you know? It was just like, you know, it was all the exchange students from the U of A. And literally none of them ever looked at me like it was weird. They were just like, that's how they do things in America. Let's go, guys. Let's have a fun time. You know? And I'd just be like checking people's waistlines to just see a fucking gun and just like, you're good, man. Go. Let's go. Dude, it was terrible, man. I'd be on like the rooftop and some dude, you know, would be like sneaking through the crowd, clearly on Molly, like touching everybody and shit. And then I'd be like, I got to get that guy out of here. And then I just do the same shit. And I'm like, excuse me, sir. Pardon me. You know? What? Do it again? No, the women behind you did, you fuck. I'm going to repeat what he just said. I have hearing damage from when I had 3 levels of hearing damage. Last time I checked, my flannel's still open, dude. No, I love you, man. I appreciate this. This has been fun, guys. I promise I'm not racist, okay? Just because I fucking the flannel and shit. This guy's not racist either, okay, guys? Flannel's not racist, guys, all right? But Texas is, okay? Have a good night, guys. Thank you very much.
Make some noise for Chris.
All right, I'm not done. He just got my name wrong.
Oh, make some noise for Connor. Oh my goodness. All the C letters. No, you give it a rest, Chris. You just wait a minute. You sit your pretty butt back down. Thank you, Connor. I smoke a lot of weed too, you know. I don't like using it as an excuse, but I'm just gonna say it randomly every now and then. It takes a lot of patience to smoke a blunt one-on-one with a lot of people, though. I accept donations for cannabis every now and then. I really just need to help a couple paranoid family friends stay elevated in between drug tests. To a few of these buds of mine, getting weed from the plug is a therapy session. Spark a blunt, and it always goes like, they say, man, I haven't smoked a blunt in forever, at least since the last time we hung out, in which I smile and pass the blunt. 4 puffs in, they're hitting me with deep thoughts. 10 puffs in, they send it with a little bitching and groaning about life. And by the time we're finishing the blunt, I'm sitting on the other side of the table wondering why they're admitting things to me like I'm a Catholic priest with Hail Mary advice. I've become a counselor to these family friends of mine. It's cool, though. I have the power to leave the second that blunt is finished. That's all you get in my therapy sessions. Better roll another magic stick if you want more time. I don't mean to be blunt, but... You know, the underground isn't far from mainstream. It's like Uber. I got future ratings to uphold. I'm at least a 4.20 out of 5 according to my patients, or whatever you want to call my smoking buddies nowadays. It definitely takes patience with some of you. And then, on my way out of these smoke sessions, the family friends, they always hit me with a, tell your parents I say hi. What? Tell them yourself? What am I, riding off cowboy style? Won't see him for weeks? Just send him my love? Can't fucking text him hi. Plus, aren't we supposed to be doing this in secret so my parents don't know you're smoking weed? Isn't this weird? Is that I just randomly come hang out with you? My parents complained a week ago you never talked to them. This is why. Expecting me to have all your answers to everything. I know I'm the plug, but damn! I went on a cruise on my board a couple nights ago. You know, get the heart rate up. And then we decided to ruin the exercise with a donut. Well, you can't just buy one fucking donut. Not with the kind of munchies I live with. ADHD runs in this blood. It's even in my taste buds. It's genetics. So we ordered donuts, multiple. Checked out, paid way too much for 4 donuts. We're about to go back to the studio, and my buddy Raj, he crumbled. And he ordered the world's largest apple fritter. This thing was like fucking this big. It was insane. And this is when the donut peddler started giving us this look. Or maybe this is when I noticed this weird look he kept giving us. He kept looking up at us, looking down at the donut, looking up at us, smiling at us ear to ear. So this guy starts giving us this look. He's staring at us with these beady ass eyes, and he said, "Would you like bacon on that?" In which Raj hangs up the phone conversation. He's like, "Hold on, I gotta go." He's like, stares at me with a smile, and he goes, oh, "It's like, what do you mean? Would I like bacon on that? Of course I want bacon." So our new hero whisks away to the back to acquire the special ingredients to our happiness. I thought maybe 2 slices of bacon were about to come out. Here, take this raw and go home. No. The donut dude evolved into the bacon donut bud in that moment. He presented a Tupperware container filled with bacon bits, and while holding eye contact with us, begins to scoop handfuls of bacon onto this apple fritter. Bacon scoop, eye contact. Bacon scoop, more eye contact. Siraj looks at me, smiles. Bacon scoop, more eye contact. So my mouth's watering. Raj is drooling just completely. And he looks at me Without breaking eye contact, this guy reaches underneath the counter and busts out a torch. Click, and begins to brulee this 5 handfuls of bacon he just forced into a pile on top of this beastly fritter. Eye contact. Just staring at us like, yeah, you guys are gonna fucking like this. It's so intense, it's like he knows something we don't know, or something like that. And then it hits me. I know this look. He knows we're stoned. It's the look no stoner wants to get because it feels like everybody knows. Now I know he knows I'm stoned, and I'm pretty sure I know he knows that I know he knows, you know? It's that look that you don't want to get as a paranoid stoner. And then he just fucking says it. Are you guys high? Yo, give it up for Chris, our last comedian tonight.
I was lost in that bacon story. I don't know about anybody else. I was like, holy shit. Let's give it up for Seaweed real quick. I don't know where he went. I got to be honest. I still can't tell if I trust you. I'm just like.
That's what I'm going for.
He's got a hole in his shirt.
I have a holy shirt. I have a hole in my shirt? Fuck.
There you go.
It's probably been burnt. That's all right.
Well, I'm still debating. I'm like, holy shit. Like, I was sitting in the back. Charles handed me a joint. I was like, of course, I'll fucking take that. Give me that. If you had handed me a burrito, I'd be like, what's in this?
You got to be careful eating edibles around here.
That's what I mean. I'm vegetarian. When it comes to weed, I'll fucking eat all the meat that you want, but I won't smoke it. That's what I'm trying to say. You get it. Guys, it's No Nut November. Who's doing it? Me, November 1st, 8 o'clock. I'm like, No Nut November. 8:15, I'm eating almonds. I'm like, son of a bitch. And if you know me, nothing makes me come like almonds. So I'm like, 2 birds, 1 nut. You get it. Kanye talking shit on the Jews. He's doing it. I know it's serious. I had a black guy come up to me and he goes, I feel your plight. I'm like, I'm not Jewish. He just points at my hair. He just goes, but still. You get it. I actually recently got my hair cut. I know what you're thinking. No, you didn't. But I did. I walked in. The lady who normally cuts my hair, she wasn't there. I had to get somebody I never met before. This woman didn't speak any English. I don't speak any Spanish. So we're at a crossroads. She just keeps looking at me and going, hillbilly? Hillbilly? And I was like, no, you're not cutting this into a mullet, you son of a bitch. And then she gets like this aha moment. She gets this like realization where she looks at me and just goes, Hebrew basketball? And I was like, yeah, I'll take the Jufro. Thank you. Jesus. I was like, you know a lot of English to not be able to speak any English. And she was like, don't worry, mija, I got you. I got you. And I was like, she called me a gentleman. Give me my lollipop. It was a haircut, and I was a good boy. I recently lost a bunch of weight. I know what you're thinking. No, you didn't. It's harsh out here. Jesus Christ. But I don't know if anybody that's lost a bunch of weight, but it's always like the 8th thing you try. It's never the first thing. First thing I tried a Fitbit, little workout watch. Right away, I was starting to doubt the validity of my Fitbit. I was taking a shit, and it beeped, bloop, bloop. You've been working out for 6 minutes. What the fuck? How would you like to categorize this workout? I marked it as squats. I mean, I was just trying to be accurate. You know what I mean? Fitbit didn't work. I tried intermittent fasting. I was on the 20 and 4 diet where I was just eating for 20 hours and stopping for 4. I don't know. I just kept getting gains and gains, and it wasn't getting taken away. I couldn't seem to lose weight until I found keto. And keto worked so well for me. I had friends coming up to me in their flannels, and they were like, dude, what are you doing? Are you eating right? Are you exercising? And I was like, yes, I'm eating right. I'm exercising. I'm bold-faced lying to my friends. Because on keto, I've never eaten more fast food or fucking partied harder. I'll just walk into an In-N-Out. I'm like, give me a double-double protein style. They're like, okay, just wait in line, sir. I'm like, okay. I'll walk into a bar. I'm like, give me a vodka soda protein style. They're like, first off, you have cocaine all over your face. Second off, I don't know what a protein style drink is. And I'm like, calm down. I'm calling Coke keto, and it's working gangbusters. So I actually did weigh a shit ton more than this. I actually weighed like 300 pounds. I was telling my friend, I said, I can't find anything that helps. I think I'm going to start doing Coke to lose weight. He gives me a once over. He just goes, I don't know, man. I think it's just going to make you eat food faster. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. I just don't think Coke is your path. And I was like, you fucking are right. God damn it. I don't know if anybody's experienced this, but I feel like wine drinkers were the most pretentious drinkers, like forever. You go to your friend's house, they'd be like, ooh, do you taste that? Tastes like cherries and sailboats. And you're just like, I taste red. I don't know what you're tasting. They're like, well, it's a white. So find out all kinds of shit when you're drunk. You're like, I guess I'm colorblind. I guess I'm gay. What are we doing here? But then I feel like in the past 10 years, beer drinkers became the most pretentious drinkers. You go out with your friends, they'd be like, ooh, you got to taste that IPA. Tastes like horchata and cinnamon. And you're like, that's the same flavor, motherfucker. Stop. Quit it. That's why I love whiskey. Because when you go to a bar and you ask the bartender, you're like, what does that whiskey taste like? They always have the same response. Whiskey. It never tastes like anything other than whiskey. But I don't know if you've known this, whiskey had the worst reputation of all alcohols. Jim, Jack, Jameson. These are men who do not ask for consent. So it's fucking rough out there. I'm just saying. And then like 5 years ago, we got Japanese whiskey. Now, if anybody's here has ever had Japanese whiskey, I implore you, go have some Japanese whiskey after this because it tastes exactly like whiskey. That's it. That's the whole thing. It just tastes like fucking whiskey. I don't know. There's no real difference. I don't know. It's silly out there. I've been having a rough week. My car broke down. I brought it into the shop. The guy was like, what do you think's wrong with it? I was like, I have no idea. I don't know anything about cars. I don't know how to fix anything around my house. I don't even know how to chop wood. I'm the type of man that needs a man around the house. I have this friend, every time she sees a guy driving a big-ass truck, she has to comment on his penis size or lack thereof. And it got me thinking, like, do women with large vaginas buy compact cars? You know, for the compensation. And it got me thinking even further because she drives like an F-150 lifted. Must be like a fake Newton down there. Delicious. Dunk your ass in some milk. Come on now. I don't know if you can tell by the set so far, I just say shit all the time. Connor literally told me earlier, he goes, you might be autistic. I was like, that gets thrown around too much. What? Like, all right. But I just say shit, you know? This lesbian couple that I know recently became pregnant, and I was like, did you plan it? I don't even know where this shit comes from. I was like, who said that? She was like, what do you think happened? The condom broke? And I was like, you tell me what happens in there. I'll jump in when I hear something familiar. She's like, I'm not fucking telling you what happens in my bedroom. Stop saying my vagina looks like a fake Newton. I was like, all right. Can I get a ride home? Because my car broke down and you have a truck. I didn't know if the story ran through there. All right. I've been having a rough time. I recently actually separated from my wife. This is probably the first real thing I said all night. But I recently separated from my wife. I went on a date for the first time in like a decade. And this woman proceeded to just talk shit on my ex, but project shit that happened to her. She was like, man, I can't believe your ex killed your turtle. I was like, I've never owned a turtle. I don't know what you're talking about. She's like, I can't believe she dented your car. I was like, no, my car's fine. It's right out there. We can check it out. And she was like, I can't believe she was fucking Laura that whole time. And I was like, no, that's not, wait. Do you know something I don't? Was that too real? All right. I'll back it up. Name wasn't Laura. Calm down. It was Lisa. I had to get the L because then it gets, all right, whatever. I've been having a rough week. I'm serious. I separated from my wife. I had a threesome with 2 midgets earlier this week. I'm just saying, it's been fucking crazy. In my defense, I took a regular woman home from the bar. She was wearing a trench coat, took it off. 1 midget stacked on top of the other. I was like, you son of a bitch. Well, we're here. Here we go. My parents live up north, live in a rich neighborhood. I was driving to go see them. The scenario that it's like the nightmare scenario. A ball bounces in front of my car. 2 kids run out. I'm going a reasonable speed, going 45, so I hit them both. I'm like, holy shit. I get out. I check. And it's the 2 midgets coming from my dad's house. You know, because fathers are like sons. So I'm like, you son of a bitch, Dad. Not again. And then you're up there, you're like telling the mechanic, he's like, what's wrong with your car? You can't be like, I hit 2 midgets. That's the thing. It's like a callback from the beginning. Thank you all very much. I'm Chris Quinn. This is really fun. Thank you to Seeweed and all of you for paying attention. Yeah, let's smoke some weed.
Oh, I was sitting on it. Whatever. Yo, thank you all. Can we give a big round of applause for all of our comics tonight? In case you didn't know, my name is DJ Seeweed. Because I see weed and I smoke it. Yo, thank you guys for hanging out at the Wavelab. We're doing weekly events now, so we're starting with comedy and poetry night. And hit me up if you guys want to get in the mix. Catch you guys soon.
I was like, what the fuck, you motherfucker? Is Siraj being a dumbass right now? Let's
1, 2, 3, 4,
calculate
5,
this
6.
real quick.
Well, almost.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Almost. Here, wait. I guess the camera can't see me. Tyler. Is the password.
You got to do it backwards, though.
That's not a good calculation.
I don't know how to open this fucking thing. I have a laptop plugged in.
According
What's the
to
song called?
calculations.
Worst comes to worst. Instrumental. From these calculations, you act like a little bitch right now.
Yeah.
Hit that'll do, little dear.
Let's see.
That'll do,
Go
little
grab it.
dear. Listen, little dear. Whoa, my
Snuck out
God.
on me. I was gonna prepare it.
That
but
was
just launched.
that was a brutal.
Hello?
I thought your dog was pooping.
I think he's pooping.
I think he might be. Not the dog. He was just blaming the dog.
Oh, is he?
What a
is
savage.
Is he just pooping and he's blaming the
What
dog?
a savage.
Oh,
Are you talking
my
about
God.
me?
Yeah, we talking about you.
Is he pooping with the
It was
mic?
like,
Yeah.
we're
that-
like, yeah.
that-
He's taking the
can you
dog
get
out
in
to
trouble
poop.
for
And then
that?
I was
I
like,
mean-
no, he's not. No way.
The dog had to pee, but she peed really fast.
Just kidding.
Sure.
Sure. Oh my God. Bowel movements by DJ Seeweed.
By DJ Seaweed. Hello.
If you
Here we
get on that. Yeah,
Gather
cool.
windows. AirPlay
Sweet.
display. No, not my MacBook. What the fuck? Where are we?
Sweet. It's a good feeling, right?
Wait, it just
Yeah.
turned off.
Especially a small amount. Like
You
we're
want
doing a
that
couple
off?
free events. People get camera video out of it. Yeah.
People always cry broke, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm too poor to, but you know what? You're gonna buy cigarettes, you're gonna buy weed, you're gonna buy alcohol. If you want to come vibe with the place, you can afford $20.
Yeah. For 4 events. Come on.
How was your day today?